Okay, welcome back to Revit for Construction Managers, and this is the second video that we've made focusing in on doors. And if you remember from our last video, we highlighted this door and we changed it. It was an 1100 door, and we went in and went edit type and we changed the type of door. Now what we could do is we could drop down and change it. We could change it back to the 1100, and if we do that, you can see that it will actually change. Okay. Let me just see that again. Okay, so I need to go into edit type and then click on a new door. So if I wanted to put it in as the 1067 and we'll click OK, you'll see it's changed to that door. So it's a TG80 internal door. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to focus on creating a legend. And there's two ways in which you can create a legend. The first way being go to View. In View, drop down to Legend, and we'll go New Legend. So it creates a list of building components and annotations used in a project. Click on this. Now I'm going to call this Door Legend, and I'm going to put it in a scale as 1:100. That's fine. And I'm going to click OK. Now when I create that, you can see over here that a door legend has been created, and a new sheet called Door Legend has been created. So what I want to do is I want to create a legend for my doors. So the way I go about doing this is I come back to here, I come into Families. So under Families, I then drop down and I look for doors. Okay, so these are just all open at the moment, so I'm just going to close them. And here you can see my doors. Okay, so that door that we just created, it's just this one here, a TG80 internal door, and it's 1200 by 2100. That's the door we just created, and I'm going to install it as a legend. So if I click on it and drag across onto my sheet, I can then click it into position. So if I just click it there, it goes into position, and once I'm happy with that, I can press enter. I can press escape, and then this is it in place. Now what I want to do is I want to drop it in again, and this time I'm just going to drop it right above, like so. And when I click on this, you can see here it's in View as Floor Plan. I'll drop down this and say, well, what else? Oh, elevation front, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I've got that now in my elevation front. I can move it if I want, or if I'm happy enough where it is, I can leave it in. Now what I want to do is I want to give them some context. Okay, so I click on to my text box. So my text box is up here. Click on text, and I'm going to put in some text. So I'm going to call it Door Type A. Okay, and you'll need to remember that for your schedule. Okay, so just escape that, then click on that, and if for whatever reason you wanted to change, you thought the text was too large, you could come over here and there's 1 mil Arial, and that might look a little bit better when it goes in on my schedule. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to put in the next door. So I click on here, and I can just drag across, and then once I'm going to line it up, you can see that the blue dotted line shows that it's lining up. And now what I'll do is I'll put it in again. I can drag, and I'm going to see the two blue dotted lines will allow me to line them up. Now unfortunately here when I go to Floor Plan, it changes. So I'll go front again, and I'll have to move this into position. So I'll just move, and that's clicked. And that should be lined up on the top and on the bottom. So it's lined up here, and I can put in new text, or what I could do is I could click here, click on copy, and then just drag this across. And now I'm going to put in door type, double click here, and I just have to put in door type B. Okay, so put in door type B, and now I click outside, and you can see I've started to create my legend. So you can see the way the door is hung, and what we can do now is we might want to put in dimensions. So go to annotate, we go to align dimension, and we'll take the external dimension. So from there through to there, which is 1270. And the overall height of our door is from, we go to annotate again, and we go from this line here through to this line here, and it's 2135. Now the door is showing as 2100, but it's just gone a little bit below. So if we show it from there through to there, 2112, and I'm showing from there. Okay, so I'm just going to take this dimension out, and again, if we click on here and you see it's linear dimension, we could change to aerial, and it just changes the dimension style. We come back further down, aerial blue, okay, so that's that dimension in play, and then what we want to do is do the next one. Okay, so we're going from here across to here, 1137, and it's lined up across like so, and then same again, we're going from here through to here, and it's 2135. Okay, just to be important to keep these consistent, so I'm going to keep that as 2135, and to do that I just clicked on there and took the dot and lined it up. Okay, again, if we wanted to check on our elevation or on our plan, you could put your dimensions in on your plan as well. Sometimes you might want to put in, say, a dimension from the bottom of the door through to, say, the head, or the actual width of the door, but it just depends on what dimensions you want to put in place. Okay, the next thing then I just want to change on this is the level of detail. So I just want to go to a finer level of detail, and then what we could do is go to consistent colors or go to shading, and just, you can see maybe when it's printed out as a final drawing it might look a little bit better in the final product. Okay, so now if we want to find out, well, where do we get to see this? So let's say we go outside and go back into a section, and we say we've moved away from our legend. Now where do we find our legend? It's under legends. Click on here, we go into door legend, and it's just in there like that. And then what we can do is we can drag that into a print into a sheet or a schedule at the end. Okay, so that's the creating of door legends. You can create a number of different legends, and I will create a video for later on which looks at creating, say, a legend, say, for structural elements or steel elements within a project. Okay, thanks very much, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you.